No doubt it was a cold day in December of 1946 when this blue-eyed little boy was born in the tiny town of Amagon, Arkansas. His 18-year-old mother, recently abandoned by her husband, gave birth in her grandmother's home. His great aunt delivered him.
But I really was, according to everybody that can remember, born in a tar paper shack. I mean, that's not hyperbole. It's not a log cabin. It was worse than a log cabin. I think the richer folks lived in the log cabins. And she told the newspaper that when I was born, I came out choked black. He said, "What?" And they said, "What does that mean?" He said, "Well, the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck and my face was black." They had to immediately. So I almost didn't make it from that standpoint.
From the start, Mike Dale Beebe was clearly a fighter, and so was his mother. She did what she could to support her growing son, working long hours as a waitress, living on tips, and moving often from town to town and state to state.
My mom was a great lady, worked very, very hard. She didn't have an education, and so she had a wonderful personality and a great work ethic. So without an education, she did the only thing she knew how to do to support herself and to support me, and that was she spent her whole life as a waitress.
I think she probably taught him education was important because she did not get one. She did not finish high school, and so I think she knew she was smart, and she knew that she wanted a better life for her son, and education was the key to it.
It was a lesson her son took to heart. In the early 60s, Governor Beebe and his mother settled in Newport, Arkansas. He graduated from Newport High School in 1964. 4 years later, he graduated with a 4.1 grade point average from Arkansas State University. And in 1972, he obtained his law degree from the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Then, in 1983, she watched as her son began his political career as a state senator. Unfortunately, Louise Beebe died before she could see her son become Attorney General or governor.
When I graduated from high school, I thought she was going to bust. And then when I graduated from college, I sure thought she was going to bust. And then when I graduated from law school, she was almost apoplectic. She got to see me in the Senate. She didn't get to see me as an AG or governor. There's no telling what she would have done.
There's no doubt his mother was there in spirit in 2007 when her son became Arkansas's 45th governor. And she is still with him today as he works to make sure children of other single parents realize they can be anything they want to be with the help of an education.
It's America, and so young people need to understand, single parents need to understand, for themselves and for their children, that in America, work hard, try to stay out of trouble, and get an education. And if you can do those things, then those opportunities avail themselves to you, and the doors can open.
Louise Beebe's son is living proof that where you finish in life isn't determined by where you begin. Governor Beebe knows what it's like to struggle. He knows what it's like to work hard, and he also knows what it's like to go to college with the help of scholarships.
Definitely, education has been a big part of his life. You know, the key to his success has been the education that he has gotten, and that's why he is so supportive of education and the Single Parent Scholarship Fund. It gives those single parents a chance to get their education, and when they get an education, they'll be successful with their life.
If you don't have an education, you can go find something to do if you're willing to work hard, but you are limited in what you can do. You don't have those choices. You can't enjoy the kinds of things that freedom brings you with an education.
Hold on, Destiny.
It's a key that unlocks an unlimited number of doors. That's something Single Parent Scholarship Fund recipients know. They also know they get their college degree. Their children are likely to do the same.
When I grow up, I want to be a dancer and go to college. I want to be a veterinarian. I'm going to graduate and I am going to be a nurse. I always get all A's, or at least all A's and 1B.
Well, I'm going to go to college, then get a good job.
I want to go to college and be an engineer.
I would like to be a genetic engineer. I can follow what she did and go to college too. I can go to school and get a degree and get a good job, start a family too.
They're very lucky to have a parent who's willing to fight hard, to work, to get that education so they can have a better life for themselves and their children. They're just very lucky, but I hope that those children will follow in the footsteps of their parents and get their education. It's just a key to the success in life.
Hey, go hug your mom or your dad. Go hug your single parent, because it takes courage, number one, to apply for a scholarship. Number two, to devote some of your adulthood to going back to school and obtaining the necessary skills to get the degree, and then getting the degree to improve your quality of life. And this doesn't happen without a parent who cares about their children and cares about themselves.
In my life, I love you more.